This is a good crowd, personally. So thanks for coming. My name is Colin Fernandes, and I actually work for the MBU. I think two things that I want to bring forward before I actually go into the presentation is Kyle. I don't know if you attended the morning session today, but more importantly is that he mentioned two words: transform and transcend. And those two words really underpin some of the messages that I'm going to share with you today. So for VMware, we're really looking at a new approach to management. Just looking at some of the technologies that have come on board, on where we came from and where we are today. One of the most important areas to understand is the abstraction. So for most of our VMware customers, x86 around compute was the area that we predominantly put our solutions forward with. But with the software-defined data center, it's important to understand some of the transformations that are taking place. So really looking at scale, dynamism, the important understanding that traditional and legacy technologies just can't cope with the dynamic nature and configurations that are needed in the real-time infrastructures around cloud. The other is our users are expecting a different type of approach. So on demand, really just in time, just enough, metered, is what one of my customers said to me yesterday. So really looking at a new paradigm that drives the data center. More importantly is that looking at the last point here is about control. So as we look at efficiency, as we look at agility, more importantly is around control, is having that control point to really take advantage of how we automate, how we operate, and more importantly is how we drive cost transparency around the software-defined data center. So with that, it leads me into this particular slide where the traditional aspect of building technologies and management just doesn't work today. So I came from this world, and really looking at the comments around at the bottom of the screen is rigidity, complexity, and fragile. It's important to understand today how applications and infrastructure are separated, bifurcated, and how these components fit together. But when you move into the virtual world, cloud management requires a new set of technologies to deal with this abstraction and bifurcation of those layers. So when we talk about infrastructure, storage, middleware, and most importantly the application, we need to understand how we can actually get this information in the context of advanced analytics to drive that forward. So VMware's mission is to simplify and automate and empower IT to govern and take control of these services, not just in a vSphere environment, but in a hybrid, heterogeneous, full-scale cloud, both on-premise, off-premise, to really take control of those assets and resources. So three domains that are really important for VMware, and nothing changed from day one. So what I feel proud about is that we've actually stuck to our strategy, our innovation, and we continue to enhance and advance our solutions around cloud automation through the ability to automate and provision infrastructure, applications, and desktop as a service, on demand, securely, with that governance and the confidence and the trust that you need today. In the middle, we started our management story with operations. Today, our solutions around vCenter Operations 5.8 really bring together a unified approach around intelligent operations to drive better behaviors and health and capacity around supply and demand. And lastly is business management. I was excited today when we heard from Carl and Piet around the importance around business management, cost transparency. How much does it cost? Can I get a better cost? How can I benchmark my services? How can I get that best service delivered to me for that particular price in the market. So just to summarize, I brought a bit more detail, is I often get asked is what is the differentiator and what is the benefit? So with our cloud automation suite and solutions, we're providing an on-demand self-service portal and catalog that can activate and really deliver on services that are co-located. You might have heard that term around co-location. It's important to understand today that infrastructure can come from anywhere, and if we promote that message around any app, any infrastructure, any device, we need to have a very strong, scalable solution that can cater for that environment to deal with the provisioning from infrastructure to the endpoint. So enabling agility, speed, removal of error. Another one that came up yesterday was to automate the reclamation and really doing the right sizing around our applications and infrastructure. Today, it's a luxury to just build large virtual machines and not use that power effectively. So reclamation, automation, and to extend the infrastructure and processes is critical for our customers today. Operations, really understanding that you have to actually look at the concept of a unified dashboard, meaningful analytics and analysis. And I really mean today, when I look around me, is operational analytics. It's all about data. So when we're talking about the importance of looking at and collecting events, we talk about structured data. But what we brought on board was the ability to actually look at unstructured data, log data. I don't know about you, but I'm asking people, do you know how much log data there is and how much vSphere generates per day? Now take that and multiply that in the data center. So 1 to 2 terabytes per day. It's an impossibility to apply resources to actually go and look at that. So looking at the ability to really collect, consolidate, correlate, and calculate, but most importantly is automate and put really important policies around operational management, incident to resolution, the importance of change and configuration linked to performance and capacity. The other is about discovering your application, what actually runs in your virtual machine, how do you protect your applications, how do you protect your infrastructure, and really allowing you to actually provide that extra visibility. And the other is value. Something that's very key to me at this moment in time is what is the value of our solutions to our customers and partners. And it's to actually try and actually look at these improvements around 60% in productivity. Really looking at how to make it more cost effective for the VI admin and the infrastructure team to optimize their resources. So when we're looking at right sizing, when we're looking at capacity, and when we're looking at health, we really need to understand what this means for us in the context of business value in relation to a unique technology and integration capability that we offer. So I talked about Log Insight. It's important that when you actually promote the ability to proactively identify a root cause or a problem, you need to have the right data. To integrate Log Insight and VCOps is to bring and unite the ability to take a very cohesive data collection from unstructured to structured. But it's about the mean time to resolution. It's about the mean time to fix. So finding out where a problem occurs, detecting issues early, collecting them, and identifying that problem, and really denoting that in storage. We work very closely with many partners. Yesterday I talked about the importance of HBA resets with EMC and VNX and all these wonderful technologies. It's important that technologies understand the behaviors at those levels and really link that to the application and infrastructure. and IT business management. We're actually, the launch at VMworld has actually promoted one of the most important technologies around business management and financial costing. Cost modeling, right sizing, the ability to be very flexible, to compare and benchmark costing in a private and in a public. So customers today, as we evolve, will be moving to a service-orientated platform and market. We need to give them the ability to manage and address their performance and cost against their SLAs. So when we're talking about service quality management, budgetary and control, and cost transparency, I encourage you to take a look at our solutions. They're not separated. So when we talk about rate cards and automation of policies, we need to link that to all our solutions. And lastly, why VMware? We are now noted as one of the leaders and innovators in cloud management. And our markets and our customers have testified that we are actually on the right path, and we have something very unique and valuable to bring to our customers around cloud management. So with that, I encourage you to really look at our partners, ourselves, go over to the booths, meet the team, ask them about the unique capabilities around some of the solutions that I shared with you, and also to find out more about your issues and concerns. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. What a wonder. That was a great presentation. If you want to make your way this way, we've got some complimentary espresso.